And it's astonishing to watch it. And you can start controlling this universe. You know, the secret is that, you know, if you wish hard enough, you'll have an 80-bedroom house or all the drugs and sex that you want. You know, it's like, oh my God, you're going to work on this incredible spiritual vehicle just to get a big house? Are you kidding? I mean, come on. So the secret is real. But the secret has been, again, perverted into being something that's just for material gain. But if you really want to be a powerful spiritual being, you have to start with that desire. And you will become that.
Okay, now we haven't gone to break at all for the past hour. We've been going nonstop. We do have another hour ahead of us, and I'm going to ask the engineer here if he wants to take a 4-minute break, which is what we usually do. And then, you know, give people a chance to also, because I also like to try to send this out over Twitter so we can also alert more people that we are here and we're talking about these really amazing things. So let's see if we can get some music, and then we will take a break. The music is going to be Ken Verheck. I'm sorry, I can't really pronounce this name. Reflection is the name of the song at any rate, and we'll be back in 4 minutes. This is Project Camelot, Carrie Cassidy.
Dit is Ergens Over Radio.
Hi, this is Carrie Cassidy from Project Camelot, and we are on the air with Jay Weidner talking about the powers that be, the Illuminati, and the power within us all, and this prison planet and how there might be or actually very logically is, an evacuation of sorts going on at this moment that the Illuminati are a part of. I've actually gotten whistleblower testimony to this effect. They have been building large craft for a while now to take some of the Illuminati off planet. Some are being told that they can go into underground bases. There are different contingencies. I think that people have to understand that they never attack any problem from one direction. Obviously, if you have a Cray computer, you're gonna troubleshoot all the different angles of approach to any proposed action, and this is what they do. So that's only one aspect of it, and they also troubleshoot it using what we know of as looking glass. And if you look into the work of Dan Burish, you will see that there's quite a bit about that. But basically, they are using techniques to see the future, to see the most advantageous future. They also use what's called the yellow cube to do so. And they also use precogs. So this is all an ongoing process that they're involved in. And they're also shifting timelines when possible. And they're also aware that we have multidimensional reality going on. We've got a lot of simultaneous realities going on. So, Jay, are you still here?
I am.
Great. What I wanted to do is we've got a couple more questions that have come to the fore here, and so I will run those by you, and we'll go from here. And I've got more of my own as well. One person is asking if the solar cycle is coming. Why are the Earth Illuminati taking so much trouble to get the Earth centralized under money, a centralized monetary system?
That's a great question. So let's just like you just said, there's different groups. The one group is on the very inside, and they know all the hyperdimensional things, and they know that these coronal mass ejections are coming, when they're coming, how they're going to be, blah, blah, blah. They hired managers starting in around the time of 1750 to 1776, when they knew they had to really get going. They hired a bunch of managers, and one of them was Bauer, a banker named Bauer, who changed his name to Rothschild, which means red shield, because this is about the red planet. And so that's the second group, which is the managers. Now, the managers know that something is coming, and they know that it could be bad. So they've built these underground bunkers where they're going to go, okay? But they're not sure of anything, and they're not going to miss any bet, just like you just said. So they know that they have to centralize. Remember, they're centralizing for chaos. They're not centralizing for order. It's centralizing, they're creating chaos with it so that when the you-know-what hits the spinning you-know-what, we're all going to be just fighting each other and killing each other and trying to grab what we can instead of, doing the asymmetrical thing, which is to think outside the box and realize there's a spiritual problem. And so they're just not missing any bets. They're too smart to miss any bets. So they are centralizing. They are trying to create a one world order just in case the Anunnaki might be wrong and they end up as the rulers of the world, which they are, but they don't want to have a world with 8 billion people on it. They want a world with 500 million, of which 400 million are their slaves. And so
right.
This is where they're going.
The Georgia Guidestones state this unequivocally.
Mm-hmm.
It's carved in stone.
That's right.
So it's fascinating how people that actually don't realize that the elimination of huge numbers of the population has been planned and is out there for everyone to see as their objective.
That's right. And they do that on purpose, by the way, because they have taken an oath that they have to tell everybody what's going on, okay? But the oath doesn't say how you have to tell them. This is what got me going. I discovered the Cross of Henday in 1986. I spent 24 years, wrote 2 books about it, and the Cross of Henday was built by an alchemist, and it describes the events leading up to the coronal mass ejection, the time it happens, everything. So we know that they're telling us this stuff. Same thing with Denver Airport.
You're one of those people, though, one of those rare people who have learned how to read the symbols and the symbolism.
I am.
I am.
It's one of my innate abilities. I have no idea how I got it, but I do have an incredible ability to see a symbol and unlock it like a zip file and watch tons and tons of information pour out of just a simple symbol. And it's amazing what you find. And when I first landed at the Denver airport in 1996 and walked around and I saw the murals there, I just about fell over, passed out, because I realized that it had to be Masons or as the caretakers who did this. And then I walked over and I found the Masonic plaque on the south side of the airport, in which the airport, it was said, was built by the New World Airport Commission. And there on those murals are all the scenes of exactly what you are talking about. Illumination, death, destruction, fear, a new race. All sorts of incredible things are locked into these murals. And you go all around the planet and you'll find more and more and more of it until you just reach the point where you realize that you can't be wrong. This has to be what it is.
Okay, now I also have another question here saying, what do they want to accomplish with the Large Hadron Collider, in your opinion?
Well, that's a good question. And I presume that it's a time gate of some kind, just because it's really trying to create a black hole, which is the total gravity is at the center of your Stargate. So, when you reach the very, very center of your hyperdimensional field, and you're coming down in a toroidal, tetrahedron-shaped spiral, you eventually reach the point where the spiral gets so tight and so fast and so strong that it creates enough spin resonance that you can go hyperdimensional. And so there's no doubt that either they're complete idiots and they're just doing something because they thought it was a good idea, which I really highly doubt, or they're trying to create a time gate. So, but the thing is that they really don't need the hadron. They've got their torsion machines and physics and everything. So don't forget, there's also a bunch of people who are lagging behind